I'm sure you've seen a few videos already, but FMS has sent me this thing today. I'm not sure what it's quite trying to be. It's kind of like a Capra rock crawler, kind of like a UT4.
Spoiler alert, it's both.
But it's called a Lemur, and it looks neat. But it's ready to run, has a 2-speed transmission, portal axles, which is awesome, metal gears in the servo, 4-link suspension, lights, love lights. I think a lot of these components are based off of the Max Smasher. Who doesn't love the Max Smasher? Let's just dig in. Instruction manual, exploded diagrams, good. Ooh. What's tiny? I get all these tiny things, I love it. Let's look at this first. Charger cables, preload things, it's all, whatever. Oh, it's heavy. And those tires are big. It's almost out of proportion. Like those wheels are like 18th scale, if not bigger. Huh, put this aside for now. Typical FCX24 transmitter. Trim, dual rate, all that stuff. There's a channel 3, that's most likely for low and high gear. But this looks really sharp. Bumper might get in the way of the angle, but man, it sits high. It sits really, really high. You got your battery tray in the back. 2S 380 milliamp battery, and these batteries are actually really good. They last a long time. 4-link suspension all the way around. Lock diffs, front and rear. Portal axles with bearings throughout. Front axle mounted servo. 180 motor shoved up inside there, tied to that transmission. And there's a servo to shift gears. Licensed BF Goodrich mud terrain TAs, and they're really goosh. Like they're gonna hook up, I think, really well. You do have Phillips hardware throughout the body panels, but the rest of it is all hex hardware. No adjustable positions for the shocks, so you're a bit limited unless you modify it. But what's really interesting, and it's hard to see with these tires in the way, is like this chassis and body, it's all like one piece. It all ties in together. Little dudes, gotta love them. Shocks aren't oil filled. In the Max Smasher kits, they had little O-rings, and I actually filled them with oil and they worked, but this one doesn't have them. It's got a half decent bit of travel. Could be better. Well, when I look at that rear portal, it's like this. It's like on an angle like that. You can take these screws out and maybe twist that back. You know what? I'm gonna do that before we run it, because personally, I think that stance, it needs to be wider. It's an easy mod. It just doesn't look right at that angle. Maybe they know better than me, but I'm gonna fiddle with it right off the bat. So that's the stance before, and now after. Really imperceivable. I'd say I gained about a 1/4-inch wheelbase though. So is it now, did I taint the review? Not really. Maybe I did. If it doesn't perform, then you can blame my modification. I think the modding community is gonna go wild with this thing here, actually, because if you had shorter shocks, took off that servo saver, that servo would actually fit right up inside that body cage, and you would get like another 1/2 inch, maybe more of travel. We had Britneys. I had lots of Britneys when I was a kid. Lots. A little cold, a little windy. Let's see how she does in first gear. Well, it's got some good modulation. Actually, really good modulation. Cool. Great low speed control. Wow. Wow. Really impressive. That clearance really helps. No problem on this terrain at all. Cool. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hi. Hey, sweetheart. Hi. A Brittany and a Springer all in the same outing. I used to raise them as a kid with my folks. I love those dogs. Same hill, second gear. Full blast, full tilt. Oh, yeah. That's fun. Nice. Wow. Piece of cake. Those big tires make it awesome. Sweet. Yeah. You see, I've tried this a few dozen times already. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just gotta get up to that part. Yay! Sweet. See if we can get a line up to the top here. Second gear, just in case I need that wheel speed. Yes! Ah! Wow, 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 yeah! Nice, nice. A tough spot. Clay isn't doing me. Clay and pea gravel. Oh, what? These bumpers hitch. I'm cutting that thing off. Nice. Oh, that was cool. Yeah. Ooh. Sweet. Cool. It's really capable for a 1/24th. It is big for a 1/24th though. Nevertheless, they add some wheel weights and some modifications and it's a solid contender. I do feel that a little bit more wheel speed though, and this thing would be way, way better. Tell me what you think in the comments below.